If you are a law student or a CLAT aspirant or just curious about how Indian courts are structured, here is a video for you. Hello everyone, this is Ayantika, your legal faculty here at Catapult, and in today's video, I'll simplify the entire hierarchy of Indian courts. So right at the top, we have the Supreme Court of India. It is located in New Delhi and it is the highest court in the country. It was established under Article 124 of the Constitution and is headed by the Chief Justice of India. Now, the Supreme Court has 5 major types of power. First is original jurisdiction under Article 131 of the Constitution. This means it hears disputes directly between the central government and the state government or even between the two states. Second is appellate jurisdiction. This is where it hears appeals from the high courts. So if someone is not satisfied with the decision given by the high court, they can appeal to the Supreme Court. Thirdly, writ jurisdiction under Article 32 of the Constitution. If your fundamental rights are violated, you can directly go to the Supreme Court. Fourth would be advisory jurisdiction, that is under Article 143 of the Constitution. Here, the President can ask the Supreme Court for advice on important legal questions. And lastly, there is something called the special leave petition under Article 136 of the Indian Constitution. This lets the Supreme Court hear almost any case it wants to, even if it does not fit the normal rules. In short, Supreme Court is the guardian of the Constitution and the final court of appeal. Next, let's talk about high courts. Each state has a high court and some like Mumbai and Kolkata have benches in other cities too. The high courts are established under Article 214 of the Indian Constitution and they are headed by the Chief Justice of the state. The high courts have 3 powers. First would be original jurisdiction. In some places like Bombay and Madras, they hear certain civil matters directly. Second would be appellate jurisdiction. This is the court's main job, to hear appeals from the lower courts. Thirdly would be writ jurisdiction under Article 226 of the Constitution. Just like the Supreme Court, high courts can also issue writs. But here is the catch. They can not only do it for fundamental rights, but also for any legal rights. So in many cases, students and lawyers prefer going to high courts first because it is faster and more flexible in nature. Now, let's move to the district level courts. This is where most real life cases are filed. Each state is divided into judicial districts and each districts have 2 types of courts. First is the district court, which handles the civil cases and is headed by the district judge, and second is the sessions court, which handles the criminal cases, which is headed by the sessions judge. Below these, we have the civil judge, junior and senior division, we have the judicial magistrates of first class and second class, and we have the chief judicial magistrate who supervises the criminal courts in each district. So let's say if there is a land dispute or a theft case, it usually starts in the district level courts. District courts are your trial courts where all the evidences, witness examination and arguments begin. Now let us talk about the tribunals. These are specialized courts created by the government to deal with specific type of cases, usually to make the process faster and more expert driven. For example, we have NCLT, that is the National Company Law Tribunal, which handles company and insolvency cases. Then we have the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal for income tax appeals. Then we have the Armed Force Tribunal for military service disputes. Next we have the Consumer Forums for complaints regarding defective goods or poor service. Next we have National Green Tribunal, that is NGT, for environmental issues. Tribunals are not part of the regular judicial hierarchy, but they do function like courts. They often include both judicial members and technical experts. And don't worry, if somebody is aggrieved by the decision of the tribunal, they can go and appeal it in the High Court or Supreme Court for a review. That is all for today's video. Thank you and see you in the next one.